Center.
Hey, Marty, hold on just a second. It's processing. Now we're live.
Good morning. I'll call the board meeting of the Autry Technology Center to order. Roll call, please.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball, Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Present. Agenda item number 2, please join me in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda item number 3, introduction of new employees. Brady McCullough.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. We are very pleased to have 2 new employees. One has actually started earlier in the month and is one that has come back home. Ryan Zolodek, as most of you are aware of, was employed by Autry Technology Center previously and became a full-time mom there for a little bit, and now is back working in our business and industry services area. I think those of you that are accessing the meeting electronically, you will be able to see Ryan out there on your screen. There she is. I can see her here now. So good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
We're
Welcome.
certainly glad to have her back within the Autry family, and we look forward to working with her in our business and industry services division. The second new person, and this is actually his first day to work. His contract started today, is Mr. Jeff Huffman. And Jeff is with us here on campus. And Jeff, you are probably too far away for the camera for them to get to see you. He's in the back of the room here, but Jeff will be taking over the coordination of our business and industry services program, or excuse me, our trade and industry. Doesn't want that job. Our trade and industry programs, full-time programs, working with our high school students and adult students. Mr. Huffman comes to us from the State Department of Career Tech, where he has served as state coordinator over those programs since, I believe, 2005. Yeah. So 15 years in coordination of those programs on a state level. Before that, from the actual classroom and then in industry. So Jeff has a long line of working with not only the training programs across the state, but also the employers. And we are looking forward to what Jeff will bring to the staff. So welcome aboard, Jeff and Ryan, and we're glad to have you with us this morning.
Thank you.
Welcome, Ryan and Jeff. I look forward to meeting you in person. Jeff and Ryan, it'll be great to see you back on the Autry campus again. We'll move on to agenda item number 4, the consent agenda. Vote to approve or disapprove the consent agenda. All of the following items, which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved at a board meeting, will be approved by one board vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. A, the minutes of the May 4th, 2020 board meeting. B, the activity fund report for May FY20. C, the treasurer's report for May FY20.
I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes. Agenda item number 5, encumbrances. Vote to approve or disapprove the following encumbrances. A, FY20 Building Fund encumbrance list 55059 through 55062. B, FY20 Building Fund payroll encumbrance list 75014. C, FY20 General Fund change order encumbrance list. D, FY20 General Fund encumbrance list 52200 through 52304. E, FY20 General Fund payroll encumbrance list 70146 through 70149. Diane, good morning.
Good morning, Madam President and the board. We're presenting to you our encumbrances for the month. We're getting close to the end of the fiscal year. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them, and we request your approval.
I so move to approve.
Second.
Sorry, can I get those again, please?
Roxanne, I so move to approve.
Kyle and I both seconded at the same time, so take your pick.
Okay, got it. Don Johnson,
Yes.
Carl Holman,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes,
Madam
sir.
President,
Yes,
we
sir.
might note just for those people that are out there virtually that Carmen Ball was not here for the original roll call, but she has joined the meeting at this time.
Thank you. Please note that. We'll move on to agenda item number 6, Autry Financial Report. Brady McCullough.
Yes, Madam President, board members, if you open your files for the financial report, you'll find the charts there reflecting the current status of our building fund and our general fund. Our building fund currently at $9.3 million, which is up $700,000 over previous year. General fund is at 8.7, which is about 1.1 million above previous year. Please remember that we have known there was construction coming. We have been trying to increase the carryovers in the general fund, and we've allowed that building fund to grow. We have also, because of a lack of personnel here on campus and the disruption of services, costs have gone down over the last 60 to 90 days, which has also been beneficial in trying to grow those particular funds. So at this point, well ahead of where we were previous year. The collections, for the most part, as we deal with our ad valorem taxes, are pretty much locked in now. There will be some smaller amounts that will come throughout the year, and we could be receiving additional payments from manufacturer exemption, those types of things that we really don't know at what point in time they would become available to us. They just come from the county after the county has been paid by the state. So there'll be some more coming in, but for the most part, the ad valorem collections are pretty well stable at this point.
Brady.
Any questions for Brady?
No.
Carmen is having a technical issue, so we're supposed to pause the meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Madam
Oh,
President,
she's back.
Okay, I'm back.
okay, I was going to say we needed to pause. Carmen was having a technical issue, but there has not been any votes taken during her absence, so we'll move on.
Brady, you're doing a great job of helping me run this meeting, and I really appreciate that.
I'm sorry, I've access to more knowledge
You
or
do,
things
and
than
I
you are at this point in time, so.
I feel like I'm a
Well,
long
move to-
way away from this group.
Yeah.
You've got
I
Don.
move to approve item 6.
Okay. We don't need a motion on that, do we?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you, Don. We'll move on to agenda item number 7, vote to approve or disapprove the following purchasing agents: Brady McCullough, Carol Colwell, Diane Durham, Andy Beck, Tammy Brown, Janet Straight, Jeff Huffman, Brian Gaddy, Pat Brown, Mandy Mayberry, Randy Marlette, and Rachel Snyder for 2020-2021 school year. Diane.
I apologize. I was having a few issues there. These individuals will have responsibility for reviewing requests to make purchases with school funds. So they are responsible for ensuring that those purchases are valid and legal and are utilizing the proper coding structures. Be happy to answer any questions and request your approval.
Move to approve.
Second, Roxanne.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 8, vote to approve or disapprove temporary appropriations for 2020-2021. Diane Durham.
Madam President, your approval of these temporary appropriations will allow us to continue to operate the school beginning July the 1st. These numbers are 90% of our current year's budget. We do that so that we can make adjustments in our estimate of needs when we get our final ad valorem collection estimates in September. I'd be happy to answer any questions and request your approval.
Move to approve?
Second.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes. Agenda item number 9, vote to approve or disapprove the following staff: Leanne Miller, minutes clerk; Diane Durham, deputy minutes clerk; Diane Durham, encumbrance clerk; Dana Wood, treasurer; Dana Wood, activity fund custodian; Leanne Miller, deputy activity fund custodian; Jamie Romas, receiving agent, effective July 1st, 2020 through June 30, 2021. Brady?
Madam Chairman and board members, these are the positions that we need in order to maintain the checks and balances in dealing with the financial operation of the school. Be happy to answer any questions.
I move to approve.
Second, Carmen?
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes. Agenda item number 10, vote to approve or disapprove the annual membership renewal with OSSBA for 2020-2021. Brady McCullough?
Madam President, this particular contract allows us to provide not only those services to the board members with the continuing education access that they have available, but also the many other services that OSSBA provides to the school and board members throughout the year, including the legislative updates, the legal updates, any of the notifications of special happenings throughout the education system. Contract would be for $3,225. It's staff recommendation that we approve this contract.
Move to approve item number 10.
Second?
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes. Agenda item, excuse me. Agenda item number 11, vote to approve or disapprove the agreement for representation between Autry Technology Center and its Board of Education and Ronstein, Fist, and Ringgold. This is an agreement for legal services, including but not limited to legal advice, consultation, and representation for 2020-2021. Brady?
Rosenstein, Fitz, and Ringgold, RFR has been a longtime representative legal counsel for Autry Tech, as well as many other technology centers in the state. Primarily, we use Eric Nelson and Karen Long as our primary contacts there, but there's a wealth of other lawyers that are available. Would recommend that we continue using those services and approve them as our legal counsel.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 12, vote to approve or disapprove the contract with ODCTE for the At-Risk Young Learners Program for 2020-2021. Good morning, Pat Brown.
Good morning, Madam President and Board. I would like to respectfully request approval for our annual agreement for our welding program at the at-risk young learners held out at Woodring Airport.
I so
Move to approve item 12.
Second.
You can't see each other.
Yeah.
Don Johnson.
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 13, vote to approve or disapprove a contract with Providence Working Canines for the 2020-2021 school year. Pat Brown.
Again, this is our annual request for our working canines. These are the dogs that come in.
Madam President, it sounds like we're having some problems for Pat Brown at the moment, but again, this is a renewal of an existing contract with K-9. They come in periodically throughout the school year.
Okay. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to
So
They will
approve.
make 4 visits.
There's Pat. I think do we have a motion and a second on that?
Move to approve. Yes.
Second.
Okay. Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 14, vote to approve or disapprove the affirmative action plan for 2020-2021. Pat Brown or Brady, whichever has the best connection.
We'll see. This is our annual update to the affirmative action plan. We had no changes except 1 or 2 verbiage changes, and that's just the grammarian in me coming in and needing to fix things. So we had no changes to it and respectfully request your approval.
So moved to approve, Roxanne.
Second, Carmen.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 15, vote to approve or disapprove the manufacturing extension agent cooperative agreement for 2020-2021. Good morning, Andy Beck.
Good morning, Madam President and Board. This is an agreement we've been in for a few years now. It involves Autry Technology Center, Pioneer Tech, and the Manufacturing Alliance. And I believe Northwest Tech and High Plains are going to get back in on this year. Janet Schwabe is our manufacturing agent. She covers 20 counties in Northwest Oklahoma, which is a huge area. And she gave me just a couple statistics to share with you. In the last several months, she's done 82 marketing contacts and visits, 35 consultations on specific manufacturing needs. She's a resource to our team with her expertise and allows us access to a lot of other programs that, the partnership kind of makes it easier for us to be able to do. So I would ask that you would approve this annual renewal.
I move to approve.
Second.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes. Agenda item number 16, vote to approve or disapprove the amendment to extend term with AHS Hillcrest Healthcare System LLC for the clinical rotation agreement ending May 30, 2023. Good morning, Janet Straight.
Madam President, Janet is not able to be with us this morning. We're going to call on Jared Landry.
Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Madam President and Board. This is an extension to a current clinical contract that is currently in place with Hillcrest Healthcare. It's for a respiratory program, and this would be an extension through May of 2023. So I ask for your approval.
Don Johnson, move to approve.
Second, Carmen.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Homan,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler.
Yes.
We've got a special with Carmen again.
Do we have a connection issue again?
Yeah, I
Do we need to
can't
pause?
just, man, I cannot get my video up.
Pause just a moment.
I have hit every button I can on start video and it will not come up for me this time. Short of shutting down and starting up again, I don't know what to do, guys.
So Brady, we have a quorum without Carmen. Can we just let Carmen continue to just participate by listening and not make any motions or vote? Would that work?
She will not be able to participate if she's not visible. So at
If
this point,
If I go ahead and get out and then shut down and start back up again, will I be able to get back in again?
Yes.
I think you could for those items that would remain on the agenda, but I would like for the minutes to show that Carmen Ball exited the meeting at this point in time at 8:23 a.m. And we will continue, and when Ms. Ball, if she is able to get back on, then we will note when she has joined the meeting again. Okay? Madam President, I think we can continue.
All right, well, it looks like we're on agenda item number 17. Vote to approve or disapprove out-of-state travel for Andy Beck, Tammy Brown, Ryan Zolodek, Jesse Ashlock, Carol Holston, Ashley Gore, Sabrina Dirksen, Louis Honorande, Wes Dodson, Kyle Hockmeyer, Anthony Clardy, Sean B., Jorge Guerrero, Rudy Corrales, Bill Bean, Brian Gaddy, Don Roberts, Meredith Westphal, Devin Tolan, Elizabeth Nicholas, Sam Talinde, Kara Evans, Brady McCullough, Carol Colwell, and Rachel Snyder. Autry Technology Center's grants may have locations on an annual basis as part of their regular job assignments for the purpose of coordinating or developing training services. Andy Beck.
Yeah, this is kind of like what it says. This is something we do every year, but some of our business partners will have locations that are outside of state. An example that I would give is, Tyson has some facilities just across the border in Arkansas. Well, if we need to go over there and get equipment or training materials or something like that, it just allows us to do that as a regular part of our job in the business of conducting training or setting up training. So I would ask that you would approve this type of travel of a routine nature to work with our businesses.
Don Johnson, move to approve item 17.
Second, Roxanne.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Holman,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 21, vote to approve or disapprove the retirement of Alfred Caleb, evening custodian, effective June 30, 2020. Brady, did you have any comments on that?
Yes, Mr. Caleb's a longtime employee for Autry Technology Center. Also works with Enid Public Schools as well. He's been an evening custodian, has done a wonderful job for us. We commend him for that, and we will make sure that he knows he will be missed.
Don Johnson, move to approve item 21.
Second.
There was a second? Thank you. Kyle Holman, second?
Yes.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Holman,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item
Madam
number
Pres-
22. Yes, sir?
Madam President, I believe that Carmen Ball has joined the meeting.
Her video is still not showing.
I'm sorry?
Her video is still not showing.
I'm sorry, video's still not working. We'll continue without her at this point. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Brady. Agenda item number 22, vote to approve or disapprove the resignation of Austin Hutchison, Digital Marketing Specialist, effective June 30, 2020. Brady?
Mr. Hutchison is going to be resigning at the end of this month. He has worked in our marketing division. We are glad that he has joined our team. He'll be missed as well, and we wish Mr. Hutchison the best in his future career.
Don Johnson, move to approve item 22.
Roxanne, second.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Holman,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 23, vote to approve or disapprove applicant 1 or applicant 2 for the position of Business and Information Technology Instructor. Brady?
Madam President, we did have 2 applicants for that position. We did, however, have 1 applicant that did withdraw his name. So applicant 2 was Gregory Taylor, a young man from Tennessee who had applied for that position. He withdrew his name. Jacob Robertson is applicant 1. He has gone through the interview process. We were impressed with his knowledge. We think that he will be a great teaching addition to Autry Technology Center. He comes to us from Hanover, currently employed there, working in their IT division, and we would like to have him start. Carol, projected start date? In approximately 2 weeks. We will get him on as quickly as we can so that we can take advantage of him working with the instructor who is retiring in the IT that we've put on the additional 1 month, the 11th month contract. So we would ask for his approval and have a start date for Jacob Robertson in 2 weeks.
Don Johnson, move to approve item 23.
Applicant 1.
Applicant 1.
Roxanne, second.
Don Johnson,
Yes.
Kyle Holman,
Yes.
Carmen Ball,
Yes.
Roxanne Pollard,
Yes.
Marty Euler,
Yes. Agenda item number 24, discuss and select community members to serve on the superintendent search committee. If you recall earlier in the year when we were meeting in person, I believe it was in February, Stephanie Hyder with the Oklahoma State School Board Association, who we contracted with to help us with that search, attended our meeting and shared with us some of the information that we need to begin gathering and the process and timeline that we need to work through to select a superintendent to replace Brady McCulley, who will be retiring in 2021. So we typically, we discussed in that meeting having our board serve on the search committee and also have some participation from different community members so that we could have support from areas that actually are familiar with Autry and familiar with some of the business and industry services and other services that Autry provides. I have been given 4 names as a recommendation and would like for discussion today. We have Matt Parrish from Parrish Enterprises, Krista Roberts, CEO of St. Mary's Regional Medical Center, Bert Mackey, retired Security National Bank president and community leader, and retired Autry Technology Superintendent, Dr. Jim Strait. So I would open that up for discussion.
Madam President, there was just a little bit of hiccup there with your audio. Can you go through those names one more time just so we can make sure they heard them?
Yes. Matt Parrish, Parrish Enterprises, Krista Roberts, CEO of St. Mary's Regional Medical Center, Mr. Bert Mackey, community leader and retired president of Security National Bank, and Dr. Jim Strait, retired superintendent, Autry Technology Center.
Thank you.
I think those are excellent members. This is Don Johnson, and I move, do we need to vote? We don't need to vote on that.
I don't think we do.
Excellent group.
Madam President, if I can.
Oh,
Go ahead.
it's a
Ms.
good
Ball.
representation of the variety and the people that the groups that we definitely serve right now.
Thank you, Carmen. And it's nice to see your face again, Carmen.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
I have been in contact with Stephanie Hyder to see if there could be a representative from OSSBA at our next board meeting just to provide update. She will be out of town at that point in time, but I believe Sean would be able to attend our meeting in July, which would be July 1 at 8 o'clock, to provide opportunity for any questions. If we wanted to invite those committee members to see if they had questions of Mr. Heim, we could do that at that point in time, but wanted you to know that we have been in contact and we can have a representative here.
Thank you, Brady. I will reach out to those 4 people in the next couple of days and confirm that they would like to serve and will be a participant on that search committee. And we will look forward to hearing from Sean Heim then at the July board meeting. We'll move on to agenda item number 25, the superintendent's report. Brady McCullough.
Yes, and Madam President, I'm going to have some people help me with that this morning. First, I'd like to call on Jared Landry for an update on National HOSA contest.
Yes, we have 3 students who will be participating in the Job Seeking Skills Contest, and that will be done virtually via Zoom. And we also have 3 students who will be participating in the Dental Science Contest, and that will be done online through a digital test. And so those 6 individuals are able to continue on and compete at the national level, just not physically at the contest, but doing it online.
Okay, thank you, Jared. With the purchase of the 2 pieces of land that we have made over the the last year. We're now going through a rezoning process, and I would like to call on Rachel Snyder for an update on that.
Good morning, Madam President and Board. The application has been submitted and the rezoning is in process. We have a 300-foot listing that was given to the city, and they're submitting their portion out to the businesses in the area. We are changing from commercial to special usage. And the next step is to attend a metropolitan area meeting June 15th, and then we'll have one more meeting July 7th, and everything should be rezoned the way we would like to see it.
Okay, are there any questions regarding that?
I don't have a
Okay.
question, but I have a congratulations to April, who recently completed her master's degree. That's a big deal, and congratulations, Rachel.
Thank you, Marty.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've probably seen in the paper that with the epidemic that we've had, there have been some funds that have been made available on the federal level. Autry Technology Center will be a recipient of some of those funds. I'd like to call on Diane Durham for an update and explanation of those at this time.
Good morning again. The stimulus monies through the federal CARES Act have been split into 3 different categories of funding. The first roughly $305,000 was split into 2 sections. The first half of those dollars is required to be used to assist students in the expenses incurred due to the pandemic situation and their education. The second half can be used by the school for expenses related to the pandemic. And then there's a third piece of funds available through the CARES Act that we have made application for that will bring our total funding from that CARES Act to $500,000. We have received the funds for the first 2 elements of that federal funding. We are currently working on finalizing a list of students that meet the requirements laid out by the federal government for the distribution of the student portion of those funds. That's been a bit of a challenge. There have been a number of different requirements that have been laid forth, but I think we're feeling pretty comfortable with where those requirements are now, and we hope to finalize that eligibility list this week and make distribution to those students the first part of next week.
Okay, thank you, Diane. And I will say that the ropes and the hurdles to go through on the stimulus dollars have indeed been a challenge, and commend Diane and also the people in our student services area that have worked closely together and with other schools in the State Department Career Tech to keep us current in the distribution of those funds. Just about the time you think that you're ready to send them out, the rules change. So you have to write down what the rules were on the day that it went out. So they've done a great job in putting that together. So Diane, thank your staff and the rest of those that were involved in that process. At this time, I'm going to call on Andy Beck. We have had to do some really creative things in biz in order to provide services to business and industry. His crew has done a great job, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what they've done.
Yeah, we've had to kind of switch gears and learn how to do a webinar and really kind of enhance a lot of the online offerings that we have. But it's a partnership. We were able to track this really well working with marketing because they helped us push a lot of this content. And also the innovation group is helping us to host some of the live webinars that we did and recordings so that we can continue to offer those moving forward. But at the height of this, when people were working from home, we were having over 75 new individuals a day go to the website. And out of those people, 16.5% would actually purchase content or enroll in a course. And we were able to track that just between biz and marketing, which was something we never really been able to use. Our system and Dynamics has allowed us because of all the ways that we can track that. So if you think about what does that really mean, because that's just a number, the industry average is 2.6%. So when you look at when everybody was at home, we were able to do 16.5%. That's a pretty good feat. Since then, as people have gone back to work, we're down to around 4.4% on conversions, which is still almost twice of what the average is for people in that industry. And we've impacted almost 600 people with those courses and webinars. So it was a team effort, but we were really glad to be able to do it. But we learned a lot and we're better at it now.
Very good. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Andy. Great job with what they're doing in biz. And Madam President, my only other announcement is we also have a birthday among us today. So Madam President Marty Euler, happy birthday.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's very kind of you to recognize that. Thank you, Brady. We'll move on to agenda item number 26 under new business in accordance with Oklahoma Statute Title 25 311A9. This is limited to any matter not known about or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time of posting of this agenda.
Madam President, not a voting item, but something I need to bring to attention. That is, at the June meeting, we normally will renew our contract for our insurance policies for the district. In our visits with Dillingham, they are at this point in time still waiting for a bid from a provider. We feel like it might be a bid that will be less than what we already have. So we are holding off on that agenda item. It does not appear on this agenda, but as it comes in, we will have a need to do a special meeting before the end of the month to vote on that one item, which would be the acceptance of an insurance contract to continue our services for FY21. So Jed Dillingham is working with that other provider. We expect to have that number shortly. And at that point in time, we will be contacting you so that we can set a date for a special meeting to approve that item, which will be the only item on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to agenda item number 27, reports by members of Board of Education. Anyone?
Yeah. Marty, I do.
Yes.
Over the last couple of weeks, I took advantage of a lot of the webinars, seminars, online things that Autry had hosted, mostly related to COVID-19 and getting back to business, et cetera. And I was very impressed. I listened to meetings that were hosted by Andy Beck, Ryan Zolodek, Kyle Hawkwire. They all did great jobs in the hosting and keeping them going, and really good information on all of them.
Thank you for sharing that, Carmen. Anyone else? We'll move on to agenda item number 28, the regular next board meeting held Wednesday, July 1st, 2020 at Autry Technology Center, Boardroom, 1201 West Willow, Enid, Oklahoma, 73703 at 8 a.m. So we'll look forward to seeing you at the special meeting and then also on July 1st. For the business, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.